Just making sure. Hold on. All right, so let me do that really quick. All right. Oh, there they are. I was trying to get my pop-out chat back. There we go. Now we got it. Okay. Let me see who do we have in the chat. We have Chris Frost, and then we have Frostbite. Nice to see you. And welcome back, Arkham, and Sly Cooper Rocks. So yeah, my cousins came in, and I totally was not expecting that. But because of it, I had to stop for part one, or actually, it was never meant to be part one. But nonetheless, though, it's time for part two, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches left to go, and then that's the end. So, okay. So with that said, okay, so I don't have a way to contact Christian, but I can contact the other two. But welcome back to the show, everybody. Also, before I forget, let me share this um, with those in the in the chat. So let me just get the notification squad out. But I apologize severely for, not knowing that they were going to come in and uh, stop me dead in my tracks. But yeah, it is what it is. All right, let's see. Who do we have here? Okay. All right, so now let me get Clinton and AJ. But yeah, congratulations to Carmen Gonzalez, who won the last match that we just had. Okay. And then finally, let me get Mr. Clinton. Let's see, where's Clinton? Oh, there he is, Mr. Clinton. Okay. Oh, yeah, let me also turn off my notifications, and also let me catch up on the chat really quick. Okay. Hope everyone's doing well, but yeah, man, I apologize for the inconvenience of, having the last part end so abruptly, but again, I totally was not expecting my nephews to come over, and even though it didn't take as long as they didn't take as long as they could have, and I was afraid that would happen. Thankfully, it was shortened to the point, at least compared to what I thought they were going to take. So, but up next, it is for the Intercontinental Championship. Wait, a steel cage? What was? Wait a minute. I could have sworn I had this as um, a fatal four-way match. Well, not a fatal four-way match. A four-man elimination match. Anyway, and also, hey, what's up, Jose? Welcome back, TJ. Well, thank you. Well, Yep, let's do it. Let's do it for To the Extreme, of course. But now it's time for a phenomenal athlete. And then AJ's like, I can do this. I know you can do it. And here he is, the European champion. Although now that it's a cage match, that kind of defeats the purpose of putting the other two titles on the line. Although I guess really the only thing I can do is if it ends in a pinfall, then obviously the person that loses the fall wins nothing, and then the other two get something. So really, Riddle is the only person that, or Matt Riddle is the only person that came in with nothing. So I guess the only fair thing is that if Riddle gets pinned, nobody loses their title, other than whoever wins the match, obviously. Or if it ends in a climb out, obviously. Anyway, I just put a Rukus and a new call up for download. Ooh, cool. That's actually a good. That's a good. That's a good. That's a good stipulation, though. If a champion is pinned, they are stripped of the championship. But what if it's the Intercontinental title? Oh wait, that's right. That's what it's for. That's a good idea, though. Even better. But that reminds me. Hold on a second. But there you see AJ, and of course, with all the things that AJ has had to deal with, you know, of course AJ has been working out, so he's in great shape. But if someone escapes, well, I guess then I guess it means no one gets stripped of anything. And here's the man that has nothing to lose, and that is and everything to gain, and that's Matt Riddle. Well, this is where it gets complicated. Yeah, thanks a lot, 2K. I'll have to fix the other matches before long. I was about to. I keep forgetting what I was gonna do. Shoot. Oh, right. Oh, right. Okay. I just needed to send a message to somebody really quickly. Let me catch up on the chat. Also, hey, what's up, Lala-chan? How are you? There is no escape. Well, no, there is an escape, at least for this one. Anyway, how about this, TJ? The last three in the cage go into triple threat for the titles that you wanted to give up. That's actually not bad in the Survivor Series Super Show. Or, what is it? I think it was called Fight for Survival, now that it's called that. Depends on who's left in the cage. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens, though. Well, you missed what turned out to be part one. You missed the first 4 matches, I think. Hang on a second. Yeah, you missed the first 4 matches, and then 3 pre-show bonus matches, which of course took up a long time, but you're just in time for the final 7 matches. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 matches. Sorry. Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, it was kind of like what happened. Like, but it's all good though. You could have just as easily won, but then here we have in his own words, not mine. You have the intercontinental champion. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say it, but Atticus said it for me. Yeah, you got Santino'd. So yeah, that's a good backup rule there, Mr. Jose. So, well, anyway, thank you, Jose, for helping me with the um, coming up with the contingency plan. I went a little bit too fast, though. Uh, Hang on a second. Hello. Oh, I get it. I had my microphone off. Shoot. I didn't mean to do that. All right, so now, well, I do have a guest with me, so I'm going to have to keep it PG for here. Nice kick to the head, and then dropping on the head. Match back on, but you didn't hear me, but now you can hear me. I apologize for that. I had to, like I said, I had to take care of something unexpectedly. But anyway. So now you have Clinton, the man with red hair, and AJ taking out Matt Riddle for the time being. Yeah, well, actually one of my nephews, really. So like I said, I got to keep it PG. So PG time. So you got to make it nice, nice baby. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, but I apologize for that car crash sound. That was on me. So that's my fault there. Yeah. All right. So, ooh, nice twisting turner. Hello. And then a back elbow onto Matt Riddle. Oh, but Matt Riddle turns the tables, and I would have to think that his experience in a match like this. Oh yeah, this is an MMA match. Just making sure. Yeah, no attacks, please. Wait. Wait, what are the rules here? Let me see. The rules are. Oh, it's submission or knockout, and it's 2 out of 3 falls. Okay. So there is no escape in this match. All right. Cool. All right. Now AJ going right after Matt Riddle. Actually, for this match, I should do this instead. Uh, options. Yeah, the Superstar HUD. There we go. Much better. Okay, so at least we now know who is ahead of who. So far, it's 0, 0, 0, 0. And then a spinning kick, and then going for a couple of hammer fists, and now going for a twister. And that's a knockout on AJ. And then a Bro Derek onto Clinton, but that's not a knockout. So now Matt Riddle is ahead, 1-0. But AJ wants to get his retribution, only to get kneed in the back and then a DDT. Right there. But then Clinton goes over to Christian. That would be the young man with the white hair. But then AJ comes back with the 8-second ride, and he knocks out Matt Riddle, and now he's got a point. So right now AJ as well as Matt Riddle are two men who are 1 away from winning. Yeah. All right, just making sure. But then Matt Riddle goes after AJ and German suplexes him. And then a couple of punches to the back. And then now going for the twister. Oh, broke up the submission attempt, and what was it called again? Oh yeah, that's right. Shattered Dreams onto Christian. AJ's going into lion mode. I would have used the other word, but again, we're trying to keep it PG here. You're playing a dangerous game, boy. But then Matt Riddle with a couple of gut wrench suplexes. But then Clinton McCleary going for a couple of butterfly suplexes or double underhook suplexes. And then Shattered Dreams onto Matt Riddle. And AJ has done it. Now, mind you, all right, so here's the final score. Just so that we can keep track of it. AJ wins at 2, and then Riddle had 1, and then both Clinton and Christian each had 0. So that means that if we were just going by the score instead of like who pinned who, because it wasn't a one-fall match, that means that Christian is stripped of his hardcore title as he tied for last place. Whereas Riddle came in with nothing, he gains nothing. But the winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, AJ Cool Kid himself. Don't Nintendo 60 force me to do this to you, Jose. Wait, what do you mean? Yes, you won. I guess he really was into lion mode. But AJ did it. You're the new champ. Oh yeah, and before I forget, wait a second. What happened to the? Hold on. Did we miss a match? Hold on. I'm just making sure I didn't overlook something here. Oh, I have 11 matches, darn it. Oh. Okay. I see what I need to do. I'll have to, Oh, okay, so the War Games match was the one match I didn't have. Great. I didn't realize that. Well, I promised I was going to put it in, so I'm going to put it in, but apparently one of the matches got cut out. That's kind of weird. But oh well, I'll make use of it. We'll start out with Sammy Whammy, and then of course Jimmy, or Himmy as some people call him, as the cool kids would do. I mean, of course, if anyone knows anything about what's cool today, you do. My nephew Ryan, like he if anyone knows anything about what's hip with the kids, he knows. He knows. You do. So he knows. All right, so let me also get Jay here, or main event Jay as they call him, and then KO, or Kevin Owens. Kevin, don't call him Buck Owens. And of course they won the advantage. And then I believe it was Umaga. And then it was oh no, I'm sorry. It was Solo, then Umaga. I'm just simply filling in that one match that got cut for some reason by the game. Thanks a lot, 2K. And then we got Brock Lesnar. And, oh, no, not that one. Not that one. And Roman Reigns. Turn that on. Alright, cool. Then I guess that'll be the main event, but otherwise everything else goes on as before. Oh, yeah. Before I do anything else, save it, no. Alright, let me also do one other thing. Let me catch up on the chat really quickly. Kids are weird, I'm getting old. Wait, really? Jimmy's on Raw now. Jay's on Raw, and Jimmy's on SmackDown. I'm just catching up on the chat, though. So who gets the European Championship? That's a good question. I guess, you know what? I'll make you the Euro-Continental Champion. How about that? Himmy sounds like a very bad sandwich spread. Let's Nintendo de-escalate this situation, Jose. Yes, I definitely like the puns. I would know because I'm the Punisher. The not the anti-hero from Marvel, but because I can make puns. I like the puns though. Oh yeah, let me also do this really quickly. I forgot to put the difficulty on Legend, so that's probably why the matches ended a bit too soon. So live and learn, live and learn. All right, now we can move on. And I also have to put the championships on the line since, of course, I had to start again. Okay. But it's cool, though. It's cool. Oh, yeah, that's right. Right. Let's put the title on the line. Oh, I did not... I went too fast, darn it. I went too fast. Well, that's fun. But nonetheless, though, I'm very happy for you, AJ. I'm very happy that you got it, that you got the big one. Really, I am. Oh, actually, since we're in PG mode, okay, Misha can stay as is. I forgot to go to Cassie. Yeah, we'll keep it PG here. Anyway, I love the puns too. I've been hanging out with Nacho and Shulky a lot in character. Ah. And then finally, let's get the championship here. Having fun? Okay. It got lucky, that's all, TJ. Well, hey, you'll take what you can get. I know it, but hey, I still have to applaud you for that because you didn't give up. That's the thing. You didn't give up. Oh wait. Oh, I didn't give her. I forgot to give her help there. Charlotte. Have to do that. Oh yeah, Shotzi. and Dana Brooke. Those were her closest friends for a time. Shotzi and Dana. Yep, that's who we had. Okay. And then finally, Jade Young and Carmelita Fox. Everything good? Everything all right? Oh, sorry. Oh, you're done? Oh. Oh. Hang on a second. Hold on, folks. You don't have to pay me back. So you can have it. Okay. Have a good one. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, my nephew has stepped out, so anyway, hello to Fries? I'm not sure if this is the same Fries I'm thinking of, but anyway, nice to meet you, Fries. Okay, so Carmelita. Who do you think this is, Virtual Boy? Yeah, very funny, I know. Okay, so here's the Intercontinental title. But yeah, I apologize, folks, for the abruptness of everything, but that just goes to show that we are live, folks. We're doing it live. And then finally, Wally. I'll let you approve the comment by Captain Danger. Wait, what comment? Wait, what was the one that you said? I'm not sure what he said. And he went to sleep. All right, cool. Ah. Okay. So let's get the championships here. All right, one last one, and then we can finally get back to business here. Accompanying. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. And then Bray Wyatt. Let me just get him his. I'll give him his Poison Mist. Why not? And last but not least, Blue Toad Wrestling, and then finally the War Games will be the last match. But other than that, it's time for the Bellas and for Princess Zelda and Bowsette. So let's get to it. Let's do it. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. I meant to save, okay, and start the show, and go. There we go. Okay, so now that we can finally move on, who is going to win? Will it be the Bella Twins, or will it be the DWO Nova? And really the only person I would need to... Okay. I'm just going to let Bowsette's owner know that she's in action. I almost forgot about that, but other than that, that shouldn't take too long. All right, cool. Everything. Zelda and Bowsette for the win. All right, cool. Your other comment. What did you say? Let me go back to... Wait, what did you say? Let's see. That one was hurting my ears, and I'm not using headphones or earbuds. Or that car crash sounded is over. And then you said what happened, and then what else did you say? Okay. Well, if I didn't see your other comment, what was your comment? Oh, someone else did? Oh, well. In my game, okay, I'm reading. And as that happens, here are the Bellas. And the young lady with the hat is Fearless Nikki, and the other is Bree Mode, and together they are the Bella Twins. Now, these two won a tournament, a number one contenders tournament, to earn the right to face off against DWO, and I'm going to be shocked if these two actually manage to do it. Anyway, he said that the game in his game he has Stephanie and China and Charlotte as the what? What? I mean, okay. I can maybe understand China, and maybe to an extent Charlotte, but Stephanie? Really? Stephanie? But yeah, as far as China, yeah, she definitely was very beautiful. In fact, she was very beautiful. It's just sad that with what happened to her and the fallout between her and Stephanie, yeah, and also the fact that Stephanie was really the root cause of what happened between her and Triple H, because if you remember, they were an item, and then Stephanie got involved, and well, it just didn't go over so well with China. Like, yeah, they all were in DX at some point, except for Charlotte, obviously, but still, like, but yeah, but to have Stephanie and China in the same team, it's like having, it's like having like two people that don't like each other teaming up with one another. Or it's like oil and water, they don't mix. That's what I was trying to say. And then Diamond Sky's like, Charlotte is not that. She's ugly, simp. But he did. All right. And there it is, the Tag Team Championships. And for the Bella Twins, they won that tournament, but can they cash in? Now, I'm not going to take away anything from, Charlotte. I mean, of course, also let's not forget that, that's Diamond Sky saying that. That's not AJ saying it. But no, but on a shoot, she is very beautiful. It's just that, outer beauty and inner beauty are two different things. But I don't take away anything from Charlotte, though, IRL. Wait, no. Kick out by Bree. At least I know which one is Bree and which one is Nikki. But yeah, Bree... Oh, nice counter there by Zelda. And I will say this, though. Zelda has held her own. I mean, I have to think that as far as Zelda and Bowsette, when their run as tag team champions are over, whether it's tonight or whether it's some other night, I have to think that Zelda and Bowsette are going to look to win some singles gold before long. A tag right to Bowsette. And then Captain's like, "Are you jealous, Diamond Sky?" Well, we'll find out what Diamond Sky says. And then AJ, the dude himself, says, "I don't like Charlotte either. She doesn't earn her things. Her daddy helped her get those title matches. Like, Charlotte can't earn a shot on her own and has to cut in line. That's not right." Like some people said that like Charlotte should not have gotten the main event slot with Becky and with Becky Lynch and Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania 35. Like, and that the match that she was originally intending to have with Asuka got canceled. And that also frustrates me. If anything frustrates, I can't even talk. If anything frustrates me is really the fact that Asuka is one of the best talents. And 1, 2, no, kick out. Now this, I forgot to mention this is a normal tag team rules match, so this is just normal tag rules. I almost forgot to mention that part. Anyway, he's doing the thing. Hey, what's up, Zanzi, aka the former Insane One, also known as Phoenix Skywalker. Great to see, though. Just a dumb blonde who can't earn her things. Well, speaking of blondes, like, what does that make Bowsette and Zelda? They're both blondes. I mean, really, what does that put, Charlotte among the blondes, and where does that put Bowsette and Zelda as some of the best blondes that we have? Captain Danger, her dad is the reason she got moved to the main roster. Her daddy bought it for her. It's the perception, really. And even if that isn't true, they say that perception is reality. And if that is how it is perceived, even if it isn't true, that's just unfortunate the way that it happened. Some people say that, some people say the same thing about with what happened with Punk in AEW. Now, that's not to say that Charlotte's bad. In fact, Charlotte's a pretty... If anything, the one thing that she does have in spades is that she can go in the ring. That's the one thing that Charlotte does have. Her ring work is amazing. So it is easy to see why they did, they treat her like the queen that she is. And then... Oh, there we go. And you know what? If he does return to WWE, yeah. No, I totally understand there, AJ. Whoa! I don't know if you saw, but the Bella Buster, like, Nikki just hit the Bella Buster, and Zelda, like All Japan style, just like All Japan style, New Japan style, just got up, like it didn't affect her really. Although I have to think it still hurt. Anyway, a quick tag right to Bowsette. But then nice counter there by Fearless Nikki. And she's going to need to be fearless, especially against this big brute known as Bowsette. Much like her male counterpart. But yeah, man, if Punk actually does return, it would be the equivalent of hell freezing over. Which actually would be a good thing. But really, though. But that's what it would be equivalent. But that would be the equivalent of it, really. Hey, what's up, RS, man? Well, I had to do part 2, and I'll explain a little bit later, though. Anyway, I got really mad when Charlotte returned and just cut in front of everybody after being gone 8 months. That's just plain wrong. Yeah, if anything, that's one thing I wasn't a very... Yeah, it main evented, but mainly by proxy. Not because I wanted it to main event. It was just because of the fact that 2K ended up becoming 2K, and I had to add it at the end, so... But I'm still going to treat the men's match and the and some of the matches that come before it as main event matches. But I will also treat the War Games match with the same amount of respect, of course. Charlotte is the line. Okay, so Captain admitted it. That's just what it is. All right. And I'm fine with that. And then the rack attack. 1, 2. Oh, almost got it, though. And then a roll-up pin. 1, 2. No, almost got it that time. Nice Hurricane Rana, though. And then kicking her with the boot. I mean, those boots are weapons in and of themselves. And now Bowsette comes in. And now wait. You spin me right round, baby, right round. And she rolls out of the ring, and perhaps the best thing she could have done. Although, wait, what's she doing here? An Alabama Slammer onto Zelda, and then Bowsette takes out Bree. And now Bowsette's going to look to finish this off. But then Fearless Nikki going to do another Alabama Slammer. Oh, that had to hurt. Now trying to go for an arm lock. But yeah, RS, you can tell me how All Out happened or how All Out went, because I know some people are still watching that. Ooh, and a punch right to the face, and now wait a minute. And then shoved off. And now Fearless Nikki, what's she doing? And a crossbody, and she hits it. And then tags out to Bree. But then Bowsette sends her in the ropes. Anyway, another thing I hate about Charlotte is that she can't stay after losing a title. She runs away, throwing a hissy fit. Yeah. Again, it's just, different people have different opinions about the same wrestler. Like I know somebody who's a big Hulk Hogan fan, and I know someone who's not. Like, I can totally see it from, their different point of views. Like, some people think that Hulk Hogan is an overrated wrestler and that he couldn't wrestle. Whereas Hulk Hogan, by different fans, said that he was the reason why they got into wrestling in the first place. So Hulk Hogan definitely has his own merits. But yeah, back to this match though. Now, I don't want to take anything away from this match and a Bella Buster onto Zelda, and broken up immediately by Bowsette. Now the referee trying to get Nikki back to her corner. And then Zelda, what's she doing? Oh, she's going to go for the bow stretch. She also does archery, by the way, in the games. Off the ropes. And a Hurricane Rana, though. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about Hulk Hogan, though. But yeah, as far as Diamond Sky and her involvement, she's like, I want both my teams to win. I can't. My mentors, the Bella Twins, and your teammates, the DWO Nova. Yeah. And now we have a count out, although now Zelda now throws in Nikki and Bree. I'm sorry, Nikki's out and Bree's back in. My bad. And now Zelda can finish it, although Bree not going to give it up like that. I mean, they beat 3 teams in succession to get that opportunity, and who knows when they'll get another chance. And then a sunset flip roll-up pin, 1. No, kick out or broken up by Nikki. Well, I will say this, though. I remember watching a couple of old episodes of NXT, and at the time, Charlotte had nothing. I remember when Charlotte was an up-and-comer, and, she had to prove her worth, and she did. Of course, it's also, but I can also understand why some people don't like her, and it's the way she carries herself. So I could see where, her detractors come from, but her supporters would say that she can go in the ring, and I agree with that. She definitely can go in the ring. Much like her dad before her. Oh, and a missed elbow drop, but that's all I'm going to say about, Charlotte and Hulk Hogan, because I don't want to take away from this match, though. This is a great match, by the way. Oh, now trying to break the arms, though. She talked about it with Stone Cold, so she originally didn't want to be a wrestler. That's actually news to me. I might have to look up that Stone Cold podcast then, if that was the case. But hey, I mean, she made the best of a bad situation, so I'm gonna give Charlotte props for that. But yeah, sometimes it's just her attitude that rubs people the wrong way. But a pedigree, and of course the referee was busy trying to get Zelda back to her corner, that she didn't even count the pinfall attempt. Oh, nice counter, as she avoids both Bowsette and Zelda. And a snapmare takedown. Oh yeah, of course. And then broken up by Bree, and had it not been for Bree, it would have been over. But Bree instead gets a hot shot for her trouble. And then a knee right to the face. And then, wait, what's she doing? And another pedigree, but this time, Bree not there to help. 1, 2, 3, and DWO Nova win. But I will say this, though. They had to earn every single thing that they got in this matchup. But the Bella Twins gave them everything that they could handle. And there were several times I honestly thought that whoa, and there's the no-sell there. And right here, I thought this would have been it for her had it not been for Zelda. But then Zelda, of course, took over at times in the match. But Bowsette was the one that got the job done. And they are still the Blue Toad Wrestling Women's World Champions, or World Tag Team Champions. Excuse me, I can't talk. But congratulations. But yeah, AJ, I gotta ask you seriously, dude. How do you feel, cool, Mr. Cool Kid, on becoming the Intercontinental Champion, and the fact that you're the double champ, dude? Well, good sportsmanship all around. And now, Cassie takes on two former United States champions, as it is her, Cassie Baum, against Misha Ramji and Nero Helms. So let's get it. Let's do it. Still shocked. Okay. Let me get. Let me let. Let me let her brother know, as he's not just the brother, but he's also the manager. So. All right. Then I'm gonna get Ram. So yeah, who do you guys think is gonna win? Will it be Nero Helms, the lady in the middle, Misha Ramji, or the champion, Cassie Bomb? Let's get it. And unfortunately, I don't have a way to contact Cassie Bomb. So if Dragonheart is in the chat, then he could probably invite her or something like that. I'm not sure. Or maybe she's in his server. Hold on. Let me see. Well, anyway, here is Nero Helms. She isn't. Oh, okay. And it looks like Charlotte and Diamond Sky are beating each other up, apparently. But yeah, but wait a minute, Captain. You said you were talking about the biography, the biography. Out of all the biographies that you have watched, which one is your favorite? I forgot to ask you about that. But anyway, here is Nero Helms, a former United States uh, women's champion. But here's the other women's champion that uh, originally, that not too long ago held it. And that is Misha Ramji, the sister of Ramesh, or Ram, as we call her. Oh, thank you for the emojis. But then you have Cassie Bomb. The DX and Kane and Undertaker were your favorite biographies. Yeah, like Undertaker was one of the people that was a game changer, because most wrestlers before him, most of them wore colors other than black, or if they did have black, it wasn't a very popular color. Like, most people would wear red, others wore blue, and some might have had black as part of their accents, but it was never the main color. But when it came to Undertaker, that was his color. And then, of course, you have Cassie Bomb with her Hello Kitty outfit. Yeah, that was Cat TJ, just saying hello to Cassie. But it's time for the Women's Championship of the United States to be on the line. So who do you guys got? Nero Helms, Misha Ramji, and the champion. Match underway. Here we go. A snap suplex. And then a dragon suplex. Then the edge-o-matic, and then shoved away. Ooh, a neck breaker with the knee. And then a dragon suplex from Cassie Bomb. Excuse me. And a pinfall attempt, but broke it up immediately. All right, Tiffany Stratton is inspired by Charlotte Flair. Yeah, I could see that. I might see a little bit of Trish Stratus, and then I might see a little bit of some of the others. But yeah, I could totally see it. Although one thing that Tiffany has over Charlotte is what you see is what you get. So she has that in spades. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention this is an Extreme Rules match. So even though the match is no disqualification, it's not falls count anywhere, so you can only win in the ring. But then, but then a shot with that sledgehammer onto Nero, but then Nero used her assets to knock out Misha, and then gets hit in the head with that hammer by Cassie Bomb. Anyway. Hey, how's it going there, Tiffany Sky? And of course, Tiffany, the sister of Brooklyn Joker. Anyway, Bria Nikki says, Diamond Sky, sweetheart, don't pay no mind to her. You're double champ. You made us proud. We're glad we chose you to be our underling. And we have to say you're no longer an underling. You're a star. Aww. Anyway, welcome to the show, Tiffany Sky. And of course, Tiffany Sky herself is she did wrestle for Blue Toad Wrestling for a time, but then her busy schedule got in the way, and well, if there ever comes a time when Tiffany is ready to come back in, it'd be nice to have her back. Although, wait a minute. Now going for the spinning face buster and a pin, and immediately broken up. It is a one-fall match. I should also mention that part as well. And a suplex onto Nero Helms, but then she backs out only to come back in. Uh-oh. The Ram Buster, that's what she calls that Brain Buster move. The Ram Buster, 1, 2, no, kick out. And Cassie has to keep watch of the other two. Oh, went for the Rampage, which is that spear that she does, which she was taught by her brother. And then an electric chair drop onto Cassie Bomb. But then Cassie Bomb fighting off. And then a wheelbarrow facebuster, or a DDT actually. And then Cassie Bomb rolls out of the ring. But she has to know that she can't stay out there for too long. And then a jumping knee right to the head. And now all three women outside, but then hit with that ladder, and Cassie with a bat, and everybody's saying hello to Tiffany. That's awesome. And then clothesline on the top rope was Cassie bomb, and broken the pin up immediately. And now has her in a pump handle face buster, and she landed on the ladder a little bit, but then broken up again by Cassie bomb. And then Cassie bomb rolls out, but then the spinning face buster and a pin. One, broken up again. It's really going to come down to, it's going to come down to timing. Timing is everything in this match. I mean, that's just really what it comes down to. Then set in the corner. Oh! Nice move there, and then a clothesline onto Nero. Now grabs the bat, then hits her in the head, and again. And then, wait, what's Misha doing? Oh no. Now you have that ladder up against the barricade. And then the Gucci for you, which is that spinning kick, and then pins the former champion. 1, 2, no, kick out. I have to think that Misha, trained so that she can take the move and still continue. But then Nero comes back in. Oh, jumping clothesline. And then a a double knee face buster. And then using the hammer. Nope. A miss by Misha. And then a ripcord clothesline. 1, 2, and Nero gets the win, and by doing it, she pinned the other challenger, and Cassie Bomb lost the championship without actually losing. Wow. So we have, once again, the United States champion for the second time, I think? Yeah, second time. For the second time, the winner, and once again, the women's United States champion, Nero Helms. Well, we'll find out if her older brother can become world champion again. But for Nero, she's the women's United States champion. Anyway. Some words going on in the backstage area. Okay. Diamond Sky, it's time for you and Patty to accompany Mitty. And of course, Charlotte is going to bring in her girls. Oh, 1, 2... Oh, 3 matches. Okay, so you got 1, 2 matches before we get to yours. So not that long, I will say. Okay, so let's get to it. Oh yeah, let me let Mitty know. But other than that, we have the number 1 contender, Charlotte Flair. Love her or hate her, she did become number 1 contender. And she is she is going up against the defending champion, Mitty. But neither woman is alone. But as mentioned before, the fact that Charlotte is, well, I don't want to go into any further than that, but I think most people are going to go for Mitty to win. I really don't think it's that obvious as to who most people think will win and who most people want to win. But this is a normal match, but that's why. But even in spite of that, that's why both women have decided to bring in their assistants to help with any other outside interference besides who they bring in. But up first is the number one contender. And apparently the SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte Flair. The Beasties Lords? Although that is a very formidable tag team. I mean, Brock is no slouch himself, but He-Man, like He-Man is a whole different animal because he's a very large man. I mean, the man has abs in places most people don't have places. I mean, he makes, like, he's so big. He basically, it's going to take like what, 5 of myself just to equal the strength of He-Man. Maybe even 10 or 15 or 20 of them. And of course, the referee being as Diamond Sky would often say about him, and that's him being a simp. And then there's Mitty. Mitty's here. Okay. Not sure if, but anyway, up next, we have Mitty herself. But she's not alone. She has, on the right, you have Patty Chase, and on the left, you have the double champion coming out, and she has one of her belts, and that's the United Kingdom Championship. But you could tell on the look of Diamond Sky's face that she is not very amused, at least when it comes to Charlotte Flair, which would explain why she's a bit aggressive, to say the least. Anyway, I'm struggling to type because my cat is destroying my arm. But yeah, hopefully we'll get a word from either Patty or Diamond Sky, especially while they're out there. Wait, is that his name? Boomer? Mom is probably AFK. Oh, okay. I mean, of course, Mitty, like, whenever I was at Mitty streams and I was Cat TJ, she would often give me cat treats. And in fact, the cat treats were so good, it just makes me want to say, meow, 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 meow. Love that song. Meow, 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 meow. I love that song. The Meow Mix song. All right, match underway. Here we go. Hey, Jamar, what's up? And well, you had a match in what turned out to be part 1 of the show. So if you want to check that out, you can. But great to see you though, Jamar. Then a backbreaker on a midi. When I got him at my local shelter, a former stray and a real sweetheart. He doesn't get into everything, he doesn't chew on anything, and he always uses the litter box. Aw. Now going for a Kimura lock. But then Charlotte escapes, and then a spinning back elbow, akin to the Judas effect, although I'm not sure if she always had that move. Although I have to think that she might have been inspired by... I have to think that maybe she might have been inspired by Chris Jericho or something like that. Anyway, sent outside the ring, but on the wrong side of town. And as much as Diamond Sky would love to, get her hands on Charlotte, she does not want to ruin Midi's moment, because as far as Midi is concerned, and knowing that this is to be her moment. For one, she's going to let Midi have that and say, "This is my moment." Oh, now, wait a minute. Now, both these ladies are risking a count out. And, of course, Charlotte knows full well that she cannot win the championship on a count out, regardless of whether she gets counted out or not. Needs gummy clusters? Boomer is a well-behaved cat. Aw. I could definitely go for some gummy worms. Anyway, stomped on the leg. And then kicked it with the heels. And, again, I still don't know how, Midi's people, well, the female folk, often wear heels. But I guess if you could, you could. Wait, 1, 2, no, oh, Charlotte almost had it, and Charlotte knows it too. But she has to stay on Midi. Wow, and of course, she ends up bitch slapping Midi for no other reason other than to be a dick. Van Dyke. Oh, she had that move when she was NXT Women's Champion. I did not know that. But then Midi fights out of it. Oh yeah, to answer your DMs, well, to answer somebody's DMs, the answer is yes, of course. Wait, 1, 2, no. Okay, sorry about that. Anyway, now now these two are back outside. And, oh, nice counter there by Midi, but then a bitch slap and a couple of forearms, and then a jumping knee. Now, Charlotte gets back in the ring, but again, she knows she cannot win the championship. But she also knows that Midi's not going to want to win a match or lose the match by countout. She knows that Midi wants to put an end to it. Although, wait a minute, what's she doing here? Oh, slams the knee and then kicks her in the face. I'll tell you one thing. If Charlotte Flair actually manages to win, I mean, really, what would it say? Oh, and then kicked in the face with those heels. And again, the heels are just like a weapon. But it's also a double-edged sword because if you misstep, you might turn your ankle or something. And the only reason I know that is because, it's because my mom, she wore high heels for a while, and she would mention that if you're not careful, you might break your ankle or something. So that's what she mentioned about that. Although I think she was really talking to my sister at the time, who was starting to wear high heels now at that time. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, back to this match though. And another bitch slap. I mean, and Charlotte just continues to bitch slap Mitty. I mean, how does Mitty feel about that? I don't think it feels good. I certainly wouldn't like it. And I know that Diamond Sky would love to destroy Charlotte Flair if given half the chance, but anyway, Mitty kicks out at 1. And then back body dropped and sent onto the outside. And Diamond Sky right there to watch. And just gloating. And look how fired up Diamond Sky is. Wait. Now the count is up to 7, though. But Charlotte, knowing full well she can't win the title outside, so she sends Mitty back in. Oh, now starts to work on the leg. And tries to not just work on the knee, but also work on the hamstrings. I mean, the leg is not supposed to bend like that. And then a side slam onto Mitty, and then just slams the arm on the canvas. And then, wait, what's she doing here? Natural selection. Don't tell me she's going to do this. 1, 2, no. And Charlotte wondering, what do I have to do to beat her? Oh, but now decides to go for the figure 4. Nope. Turns it into the figure 8. And no way! Charlotte did it! I can't believe it! Charlotte has... I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I'm stunned. Although, I have to think that, Diamond Sky would love... If she didn't have a reason to want to go and destroy Charlotte Flair, I think it's going to happen. And as far as Mitty is concerned, she does have a rematch. She does have a rematch clause. Now, as far as earlier in the show, Carmen Gonzalez is going to fight for the championship one-on-one at Fight for Survival. That's the name of the show that we're going to name it in lieu of Survivor Series. So we're going to have another match, or we're going to have a match, or however many matches that we can have until we can get an undisputed champion. So as far as Charlotte is concerned, she will be defending that championship against Mitty on the next show of Blue Toad Wrestling. And if Charlotte should win, then it's going to be her against Carmen Gonzalez. So, yeah, odds. How do you feel? How do you what's the word? How do you like your odds of Carmen Gonzalez dethroning the Queen if the Queen actually manages to keep her title? Or would you rather face off against Mitty and determine who the best in the world is, or the best in the game really is? I'll let Odds or Carmen, or if Carmen's with Mr. Odds, Cornet with and whatnot. That does that make me the number one contender? Wait, who won the time? Yeah, it makes you the number one contender, but you're also the number one contender for the world title. Like, you get to face off against whoever happens to be the champion by the time we get to Survivor Series, Atticus. Like, you're going for the big one. You're not going for Damien's title. Although, if you want to challenge for his title, you could. I'm just telling you, man. But if you do, want to add to that, then you could. But it would have to be before Fight for Survival. Well, it looks like that's the case then. Whoever Carmen faces, it'll be an interesting match. But as interesting of a match that's going to be, I wonder how interesting this one will be between Jade Young, the daughter of the great Kyle Young, and of course Slice Boo, Carmelita Fox. So for Carmelita, this is her chance to regain the championship, and then Jose's like, Mitty! Oh, right, there we go. Oh yeah, let me do this really quick. Anyway, let me check up on the chat really quickly. Wait, you mean or you're talking to Mitty? Well, as a matter of fact, like when I was putting the match together, Charlotte was the number one contender, for better or for worse. But when I saw that there was nobody else within the top 10 that could have challenged for Mitty, I was like, okay, I got to come up with a number one contender match. And that's how, Lissa versus whoever won that Rumble came to be. And it just turned out to be, Carmelita, or not Carmelita, sorry, Carmen Gonzalez going on to go all the way and getting herself a shot. So that's kind of what prompted that. But I don't know what else I could say. Yes, I see that you said that you had a win over Damien. But you might have to fight Atticus for it too. Although let's not forget you have that tag team title match that you got to worry about. Especially after this match. Oh yeah, let me also let Mr. Kyle Young know that he is that his There we go. I just wanted to share this with Mr. Kyle Young. Mr. Samurai. But yeah, that is his daughter. And of course, well, not just his daughter, but also Akira's daughter. I have to think that she learned a lot from her mother. Like she definitely has her mother's her mother's beauty, but her father's never say die attitude. But match underway. Here we go. Anyway, awesome. In real life, there are 2 ways to wear a cap. Do I still hold the hardcore championship? No, you do not have that. Actually, as a matter of fact, the hardcore championship has been vacated. Actually, so if you wanted to compete for it, you could. Instead of the other championship, but hey, it is what it is. Anyway, match underway, and this is a ladder match, so it's going to come down to who can climb the ladder and retrieve the championship. Nice arm drag. And then a DDT. Ooh, almost hit her on the ladder, but just barely missed. But for Carmelita, this is her chance to become a 2-time Intercontinental Champion. And the last time she held the championship, she had 1 successful title defense against Mercy. So we all know how difficult it is to, challenge for the titles. But now, Jade. Oh, Jade sees. Well, Jade saw what was going to happen if she didn't. There was it. I haven't asked, but I know Carmelita isn't wearing Tim's. What other shoe is she using that is using a cream color? What? Oh, you mean like shoe brand? I mean, I guess Sly or, Carmelita's in the match, but I don't know. Maybe Sly would know. Anyway. Oh, nice counter there by Carmelita. And a counter by Jade Young. Are they double sold? I don't know. I'm not a shoe connoisseur, so I wouldn't know. Oh, and then shoved off the ladder. You'll face the winner instead? Oh, okay. But Carmelita better get up, otherwise... Nope, or just shove the ladder away. Oh, and powerbombed on the ladder! Oh, that's gotta hurt. And yet, Jade Young blocking the pain, but that had to hurt. And then a snap suplex, and the upper half of her back had to hurt there. That's gotta hurt, man. Then a Hurricane Rana. And look at all the ladders, man. Uh-oh. Got the leg caught and face buster. Oh, punch right to the gut. And then Carmelita's like, I wasn't going down that easily. Or, I wasn't going down that easily. She has a bit of a deeper voice, so I had to dial it down a little bit. Okay. And now getting a chair. Oh, but before Jade could use it, then a face buster onto Jade Young. Then a front flip. Oh, knee right to the arm. That'll make it much difficult climbing up the ladder. But now she's going to go up. Yes, Jose, they are double sold. And a twist of fate from off the top of the ladder. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, when it comes to the real games. But unfortunately, Jade Young, well, unfortunately for Carmelita, that is, Jade Young got up after that cutter and is still the women's Intercontinental Champion. But give it up to both these women. They beat the heck out of each other. But the winner, and once again, the Intercontinental Champion, or still the Intercontinental Champion, Jade Young. Incredible. But for Carmelita, it is bitterly disappointing to lose in the way that you did, but you were going up against a top tier champion. But now it's time for the tag team championships. I'm not sure if Captain Danger is still in the chat, but Captain, it's time for your match. And same thing with Atticus. So let's do it. So who's going to win? Will it be the SWO, the tag team champions? Or will it be the offshoot of Brooklyn Joker's team, the Eliminators, and for Atticus, the Chaos Elite? This is an offshoot known as MAD. Okay, so Captain is ready. All right, cool. I'm not sure if Atticus is still in the chat, or is he in this? Is he still in the chat? I want to say that he is. But it's time. So, given that I put you guys in a... Let's see. Did you see my comment? By the way, I'm part of the Chaos Elite. Yeah, that much is true. But at the time, you weren't. That's the thing. And I'm talking about, like, as I was putting the match together, I wasn't talking about, like, you never were, but you are part of it. Probably went to sleep. But here they are. MAD. And that's, of course, like I said, that's the faction that they became part of for Stable Wars. So Atticus won the opening match to get this match. Then he wins the match against Damien. But can he go can he go 3 for 3? Or is the SWO going to stop him in their tracks? Are they going to stop Atticus? And they're going to stop Joker? Or will we have new tag team champions? And these are two pretty big men. Like, Joker always was big. But Atticus, he started out as a scrawny little guy. Not to say that he didn't have any definition, because he did. But he wasn't the large man that he became. But he got big. And he got strong. Some people say he got on the juice. Although even that is very disputed. Yeah, that's what it stands for, Madness Asylum Disciples. But now it's time for the Shield World Order. On the right, is Captain Danger. And on the left is Wally. But yeah, there was a reason why I picked the Titantrons as I did, was because, you know, you have the green for Wally, and then you have the Undertaker, as, you know, Undertaker was a big influence when it came to Captain Danger. Well, we'll find out who does. Actually, I'm not even going to go there. Not going to go there. But who is going to win? As a matter of fact, Jose, he did become a champion. He was champion on, if I'm not mistaken, he was champion on 3 occasions, actually. He became a champion, um, when, I forget exactly when, but one of the ways that he was champion, uh, he's been champion 3 times. World champion. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about LTD. I'm sorry. I read that wrong. As far as I know, I don't think he ever did become LTD champion, or maybe he did. I'm not sure. But yeah, definitely definitely on merit, he's definitely worthy of a run with the championship. But you got to win it. That's the only thing. But yeah, Wally has won the world title here. Okay, so Joker says he hasn't. Okay, cool. All right, so it looks like Chaos Reaper or Atticus was going after Captain Danger, but then he gets hit in the head with those steps. I mean, I guess if Atticus had a kryptonite, it would probably be those steps. And what was I forgot to mention the. Oh yeah, and this is also an Extreme Rules Tag Team Tornado match. So it's one fall, pinfall or submission in the ring, but it's not elimination. So it all comes down to one fall and who can get it. Oh, and Wally was about to get hit with those steps had it not been for his sixth sense. Oh, slammed right on the barricade, and, you know, Atticus may be a tough son of a gun, but he can't take too many, he can't land on those, on that barricade that many times and expect to win. You know, you just can't get manhandled like that by Wally and expect to win. Then a punch right to the face of Joker. But then Atticus with those with the ladder, but was unable to use it. Oh, nice sling blade and a drop kick to Wally. Although Wally just hulks up like the Hulk that he is. But again, you could only win inside the ring, so I'm going to focus on the inside of the ring for the time being. But then Joker gets thrown back in the ring and goes right after Wally and went for a backflip but missed. And then Atticus getting hit with those steps again. And then a neckbreaker onto Wally. and immediately goes for the pin. 1, 2, no. And then Atticus gets hit in the head with that wooden table. And then Atticus is, what's he getting? He's got that sledgehammer, but ultimately decides not to use it. But he's got to get back in there, otherwise Joker's going to get killed in there. And, Atticus gets hit with the wall banger. And a pin. 1, 2. No! Ooh! Oh, and nice dive there by Captain Danger, but oh my gosh, that could have been it had it not been for Atticus kicking out. But not too many people kick out of the wall banger, but he did. Oh, almost got hit with that hammer. And while Atticus takes out Wally. Ooh! DDT right on the hammer! But then Joker comes over, and that... not sure what Joker was trying to do, but he missed. But then Joker comes over and snap suplexes Captain Danger. And then gets hit in the head with that kendo stick. And again. And, wow, the kendo stick broke over Joker's big head. I mean, these guys are heavyweights. And super heavyweights in the case of, Joker and Wally. So these guys are extra tough. And then, okay, Atticus, what the heck were you doing? And then clothesline on the top rope was Atticus. Ooh, almost got hit. And then a teardrop suplex. That's what the name of the move is, although I'm not sure if that's what he properly calls it. Although, wait a minute. What kind of move was that? Well, whatever it was, Wally broke that up and then gets clotheslined for his trouble by Joker. And then the Danger KO, and this could do it. And then Wally making sure that Joker can't break up the pin. 1, 2. Oh, broken up by Joker. That saved it. Had it not been for Joker, this match could have ended right then and there. But now Joker's in trouble, as both of the SWO are in the ring. And then Joker gets punched in the face, and that busts him open. Then an STO. I mean, of course, let's not forget that, the STO, or not the STO, the SWO, Wally and Captain Danger, they've teamed with each other so many times. They have the chemistry down. Whereas, Joker and Atticus haven't had much time to have chemistry. And it goes to show because the Shield World Order are still the tag team champions. I mean, both teams put it all on the line, but in the end, Captain Danger got the job done, and they are still the tag team champions. But give them credit, though. Give them credit, they didn't give up. Excuse me. So congratulations, but now we get to our Crazy 8 match. And this is a star-studded lineup, and unfortunately I don't have a way to contact King Ace. I've already contacted Darius, and then let me get RS, and then Jay Virtus and Brandon. If you thought it was chaotic before, this is going to be chaos now. Okay. So let me get Miss, or Mr. Let me get Mr. Brandon, if I can find him. And then, oh yeah, then RS. Let me check and see if RS is in the chat. Yeah, although to be fair, you had 3 matches, whereas, whereas 2 of those guys, whereas everybody else only had 1, or 2 in the case of Joker. But otherwise, you got the big prize. So I guess all's well that ends well, and plus somebody else can focus on the tag team titles, I suppose. So, okay, let me get RS. And then finally, Jay Virtus himself. There we go. Okay. All right, so let's see. Who do we have there? I know TJ, but the tag belts are a goal of mine. I won every tag in the company. I've been in but 2. Mine and Kelly's. Really? Wow. Well, up first is the former champion and the man who just ran his mouth. And if anything, he's the guy that made the match what it is. A free-for-all. And for one, when he was the champ, in a non-title matchup, he lost to King Ace. And then, as far as Darius was concerned, Darius was owed a rematch for that championship. And then Seth Rollins, of course, having lost the championship to the current champion, Alexander Bischoff, after running his mouth, got the title match. And then Brandon Cuevas ended up getting the shot after beating Alexander Bischoff in a non-title match. And that was just when it was a 5-man match. But then this guy won the Royal Rumble, and against all odds, pun intended, and yes, that was a nice, puntastic pun. But in the case of Jay Virtus, this young man has been part of Blue Toad Wrestling going back to the 2K19 days, and he wasn't always a member of the Diamond World Order. In fact, he started out as a member of the McGrumps, which was a group that was ran by MBN John when he was a prominent character. and Jay Vertis and Elmeister and Tanman, they were all part of the McGrums. But then from I can't even talk. But from the 2K22 season onward, he has been with the DWO ever since. And as mentioned before, this young man, King Ace, he beat Seth Rollins when Seth was the champ, and that's how he got his shot. But he's also the NXT champion. And of course, that championship will go to the runner-up of this match. So this man also has something to lose. But on the other hand, will tonight be the night that he is crowned king? And who knows? Atticus could very well face this man instead. I mean, Atticus, who do you think, or who do you want to fight? Do you want Seth Rollins and you want to destroy him? Do you want the inexperienced Jay Vertis to be the champ and you take advantage of that young man? Or take on this young man, a man who considers himself a king, and you would take his crown? Or you could very well pick Brandon and have it kept within the Chaos Elite. That very well could happen. Alright, well, who's up next, though? Speaking of Brandon, here he is. And as mentioned before, he beat the current champion in a non-title match to get this opportunity. And while an 8-man match is less than ideal, it's better than not having a shot at all. I'm just going to say this, though. Brandon is a former world champion. And if anything, like the old saying goes, Atticus, be careful what you wish for. Because if this man actually does win the championship, and you have to face him, it won't be a walk in the park. But on the other hand, you wouldn't want it any other way. And then AJ's looking at his 2 belts, though. I'd only accept Diamond Light if he'd actually put up the crown. But yeah. Oh, anyway, AJ, I don't know I don't know if you saw what happened in the last couple of matches, but I want to say congratulations to you, the Eurocontinental Champion. That's the European Intercontinental Champion, or whenever you hold those 2 belts together. And yes, that actually is a thing. It was a thing when both those when the European title was in vogue at the time, during the Attitude Era, and a little bit after that. But then you have a former champion in Darius Helms, who, as mentioned before, he was owed a rematch, and this is his rematch. But to say that he was happy about having to go up against 7 other men, at this point, he would much rather beat everybody up. He would much rather destroy everybody, including Brandon. In fact, he's gone on record to say that if he had to choose between somebody else and Brandon, he would much rather have somebody else be the winner and be the champ than Brandon. He's made no bones about it. That much I will tell you. Can we do yourself and... Oh, you mean... Oh, that's right, because he's now the new champion. I might have to make a little mini tournament. And here's how the mini tournament's going to go as far as the Universal Champion is concerned. So, I actually have an idea. I got a better idea. We'll still do a Hell in a Cell match, but I saw, thanks TJ. Yeah, but how about Dragonheart, Damian Riley, Brooklyn Joker, and you, 4 men, Hell in a Cell. And the winner becomes the undisputed champion, or the undisputed Universal Champion. Because as mentioned before, Joker, he beat Damian in a non-title match, and then you beat him in a non-title match, and then Dragonheart became the champion by beating him. So it's only fitting that the 4 of you guys are gonna just beat the hell out of each other in Hell in a Cell. So that actually might be a main event match, or probably would have been. Or actually, no, I can make that a main event match. Yeah. That'll be a main event match on the next show, so we can do that. Okay, so let me go out of character a little bit when I say that we all know what happened with this young man, and that he passed long before he really should have. I mean, the report said that he was recovering and he was about to come back, and then he ended up getting COVID, and then he had a heart attack, and that the heart attack was so much that he just couldn't go. And eventually he passed. And it is for that along with one other person, that the decision was made to put Bray in this match. That he gets the one shot to become the Blue Toad Wrestling World Champion, much in the way that Brody Lee did, back in the 2K19 days, especially at around that time that Brody Lee or Luke Harper got his opportunity, and he did it against Kyle Young at the time, and it was in a ladder match. So could Bray do it, or could this man do it? A COVID heart attack, absolutely. And also, hey, what's up, Elmeister? I'll get to you in a moment. But then we have this man right here. The man, the myth, the legend. And the man, or one of the men, that made Blue Toad Wrestling what it is today. Were it not for Bob Barker and his work on The Price is Right, in conjunction with his wrestling career in what was at the time known as Big Time Wrestling, and his feud with Mr. Rogers, especially as the company went from becoming a regional company to a statewide company to, I guess you could say, a Pacific Coast company to a West Side company to a nationwide company, and then eventually an international and world company. But it never would have happened had it not been for the efforts of one Bob Barker. And because of his contributions, not just to Blue Toad Wrestling, but also to that of television, was the reason for his inclusion. And now we have the champion himself, Alexander Bishop. And for him, this is the toughest test that he's had. Not so much because of the caliber of opponents, which they're tough in their own right, but because you have to go through 7 other men. And Chris, I'm I hate to say this, but you already had your match, and plus, whenever we do these shows, like once we get to the main event, that's it. You know, because really the show's long enough as it is. But nonetheless, though, but I'll consider putting you in a match or a bonus match on the next show, but not tonight, though. I'm just gonna tell you that much. Oh. All right, so the NASCAR race was fine today with Larson moving into the round of 12. But the IndyCar stole the show today. Okay. Yes, for real. Yes. But hey, you did pretty well in your match. Well, you did well for the match that you did have, though. And whoa, and Darius went for a dive onto, I believe that was King Ace, who he was trying to target. All right, let's see. We have Bob Barker and Seth Rollins. And then a pinfall on, I believe that was King Ace, but kicked out. And you know what? I think now that you're no longer on Chaos Elite, maybe, I was wondering, Chris, I wonder if there's a way to, are there any other nicknames that you can think of for your character? I don't know. But I mean, I can keep the destructive Chris Frost, is fine. But now all 8 men are outside on the south side, though. And of course, but I also understand that, you know, Chris Frost is saying this in character, not out of character, of course. Anyway. Yeah, thanks a lot, Jose. I definitely need all the help I can to catch up with everything. Ooh, knee right to the head of Brandon from Darius. The Legend Killer. I like it. But in order to become a Legend Killer, you got to go after legends. So we might have to build you up as someone who can do that. Kind of. So I would have to do what, you know, WWE did with Randy Orton. And that's for you to go after legends. You know, like your Macho Mans, your Hogans, and, you know, things like that. You know, just to establish you, or something like that. All right, back to the match, though. I don't want to take up too much time talking about it. Wait, 1, 2, kick out by Seth Rollins. So it's going to be crazy until, you know, we get to the very end of this match. Oh, and then sent right into the post was Brandon Cuevas. And then the ace cutter onto Bray Wyatt. 1, 2, kick out by Bray Wyatt. And then a flatliner onto Darius Helms from Alexander Bishop. And then a pin onto Bob Barker. 1, 2, no. 1, 2, no, kick out by Seth Rollins. And then a neckbreaker suplex combination there onto Jay Virtus. And, oh, wait, they're going to double team the champ, but the champ turns the tables and runs their heads together. A meeting of the minds. Ooh, dropped on his head for the Helms factor onto Bray Wyatt. 1, 2. No, kick out by Bray Wyatt. I don't know how he kicked out of that, but he did. Wait, 1, 2, no, kick out by Darius Helms. I mean, of course, Brandon wanted to, quote-unquote, stick it to him Yes, it's elimination, so it's not a one-fall match, RS. So currently, right now, your guy is still in there, but he's dealing with Jay Virtus, the man with the light blue and purple tights and golden hair. Whoa! What a move by Bob Barker! Since when did he ever start using the poison Rana, man? And now going for the $1 million dream. The $1 million dream onto Alexander Bishop. If he passes out or taps out, it's over for him. Nope, he gets out of it. But we still have that War Games match, though. And wait, a pin on Bob Barker. 1, 2. No, kick out by Bob Barker. Oh, nice suplex into a neckbreaker onto Darius Helms. Inside the ring, we have Bray Wyatt and Brandon Cuevas. And a pin inside the ring. Ref, no, kick out by Bray. The time it took for the ref to start counting. Oh, wait a minute. And Brandon now has the mandible claw in his mouth. But Brandon fights out of it. And wait, who just got busted open? And Brandon using the strength and, wow, just drops him on his knees. Gut first. But then turns his attention to Bob Barker. And meanwhile, Jay Virtus, after Darius Helms, now goes for the pin on him on the outside, but nope. A giant fight me on his head. Oh, sent right into the ring steps there. 1, 2. No, kick out by that was King Ace who kicked out. Wait, 1, 2. And wait, who was that who just got eliminated? Oh, that was Bray Wyatt, and he was eliminated by the champ. Hi, Chris. Walks with his 2 belts. But Bray Wyatt has been eliminated, and it was by the champ, Alexander Bishop. But Bray Wyatt has nothing to be ashamed of. Oh, and a low blow right to Bob Barker, and Bob is definitely not going to have any kids anymore. 1, 2. Oh, and a low blow right to Bob Barker, and the old man is not going to have any kids tonight. And actually, I don't even think he's going to have any kids anymore. But now we're down to 6. Oh, a sling blade onto King Ace. Oh, and hit with those steps was Jay Virtus, and that busted him open. Ooh, neckbreaker onto Darius. I mean, there's still the feud between Darius and Brandon. And then an ace cutter onto Darius, but then Darius kicks out. And then, wait, what's Alexander Bishop doing? What kind of move was that? Wait, 1, 2, no, kick out by Seth Rollins. And now the referee having a little bit of trouble getting to the pin, and now goes for the pin. 1, 2, no. Oh, and then a knee right to the face of Brandon. Package bridging suplex. Wait, 1, 2, no, kick out. And then another pin. 1, 2. Are you okay, Chris? Says AJ. 1, 2. Referee's still out of it, and King Ace went for a dive, and I believe Darius just got hit in the nuts by Brandon. I get betrayed by everyone, man. Oh, now wait a minute. A crossface onto Alexander Bishop by the former champion, Seth Rollins. Seth freaking Rollins. No escapes. Now Darius with those steps, but Brandon turns his back to him. Oh, but he might have baited him. I mean, this is a war zone, man. This is insane. I mean, you have, the two guys that got in after their unfortunate real life passing already gone. Wait, 1, 2, no, kick out by Seth Rollins. And then hit in the head by Darius Helms was his arch nemesis, Brandon. And of course, Brandon kicks out. I have to think that the disdain that both those men have for each other is what's keeping them alive in this match. Meanwhile, inside the ring is the champ, the former champion, and King Ace. Or not anymore. Now all 6 men back outside. In fact, most of these men have been busted open, including the world champion. But then the Helms factor onto King Ace. 1, 2. And King Ace is eliminated by Darius Helms, so now we're down to 5. But now it looks like all 5 men are now fighting close to the ramp. And a spinning neckbreaker onto Jay Virtus, and then a chop block onto Seth Rollins. Now sent in the corner is Jay Virtus. I'll tell you one thing, if Jay Virtus actually wins this, he went from being a winner of the Royal Rumble and becoming the world champion in one night. And a pin onto Brandon. 1, 2, no. Referee took some time and it helped Brandon stay in for the time being. Wait a minute, inside the ring, oh! Jay Virtus was about to go for the attitude adjustment a la John Cena. He's a big John Cena fan, just so you know. And also was a big fan of Carlito, too. Oh, no, wait a minute. Attitude adjustment coming up. And he hits it on the champ. That's just like me. Ref, 1, 2, no. And that hesitation might have saved him for the time being. Now a pin onto Darius Helms. No, kick out. And then the super kick he calls the final sermon. A final sermon of what exactly? Now, ref, 1, 2, no. And that slight hesitation may have saved him for the time being. And then I'm not sure what he calls that cutter, but it's a cutter nonetheless. And then Seth Rollins getting hit with those steps. Gun stun? Okay, wait, 1, 2. And finally he eliminates his arch nemesis, Darius Helms, and sticks it to him. The 18 gauge. Okay, thank you. Now all Brandon has to worry about is just winning the match. I mean, I don't think he'll have to worry too much about the other 3 guys, in that really the other 3 guys want to win. And he knows it's not personal between the rest of them. It was just that with Darius Helms. Wait, 1, 2, no. Kick out by Jay Virtus. And then a facebuster, although Brandon gets up, though. Practically no-sells it. Or actually, he did sell it. It was just the fact that he went New Japan on him. And then AJ's like, stay focused on the title you have. But, and I almost forgot to mention that the NXT champion, King Ace, is eliminated. So that means that whoever finishes second gets his championship. then gets hit in the face was Seth Rollins. And now a pin onto Brandon by the champ. 1, 2. And he eliminates Brandon. Now we're down to 3. But as far as Brandon is concerned, I imagine he shares the same sentiment that Darius shared about him, and that's as long as either one of those two men do not win the championship, then the other can at least live with the fact that the other didn't win, or something along those lines. Then a powerbomb, and then slammed right on the side of the apron. So you have the champion and former champion, and then the man who won the Royal Rumble that is left. But now Seth Rollins goes right after Alexander Bishop and snap suplexes him. Oh, but then an attitude adjustment and a pin. 1, 2. And he eliminates Seth Rollins. Now we're down to 2 men. We're down to the champ and the man who won the Royal Rumble. Can he go all the way? Can he go all the way and become the 3rd man, or actually become the 4th and final member of the DWO to become world champion? Najee was world champion first, and that was before the formation of DWO. But then Jet Strike became champion, and then Diamond Light became champion, which only left Jay Virtus as the only man to have never won the Blue Toad Wrestling World title. But Alexander doesn't care. He just wants to keep his championship by any means necessary. But Jay Virtus not going to let him do it. And he's got him. Attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Jay Virtus has gone all the way. And the DWO have their 4th and final member currently in their ranks that has won the Blue Toad Wrestling World Championship. And his name, it's not John Cena. It's Jay Virtus. And for Alexander Bishop, he was 1 man away from defending the championship successfully, and was that close to what's the word? He was 1 man away from defending the championship successfully against all odds, pun intended. But instead, this young man is now the world champion. G.G. James? What? Oh, I think you meant Alexander Bishop. Anyway, this is Jay Virtus, by the way. But he started by winning that Royal Rumble match, getting inserted into this matchup. And it came down to him and the champion. But as far as Jay Virtus is concerned, against all odds, pun intended, this man did it. And for him, the fact that he is the champ makes the feeling also nice, nice baby. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, Jay Virtus, yeah. Wow. What a match, but yet there's still 1 left to go. So, let's just get right into it. I mean, there's no chat, what is it? There are no in-game chat wrestlers here, or there's no one in the chat that is involved in this. Yeah, that's true. But also let's not forget that that Bishop does have that #1 contendership. So if he wants to use it, either way, whoever the champion is by the time, Fight for Survival comes around, the Super Show, that Jay Virtus or Alexander Bishop, whoever it is, will have Atticus to face off against. Yeah, Brandon is still in the King of the Ring tournament, at least as far as he's still in the King of the Ring tournament, though. So, as far as RS is concerned, and he brings up a good point, because this storyline has been going on since December of 2022, and as far as, he and, honestly, myself is concerned, the Bloodline storyline, after tonight, it's over. We'll focus in on other storylines like the Judgment Day or whoever happens to be the top, storyline going on. But for the Bloodline, this is it. So, enjoy it while you can, because it's time. And they start out with Sami Zayn. But yeah, and of course Diamond Sky is very happy for Jay Virtus bringing home some gold for the DWO. So, even though this match was not supposed to be the main event, it is. And it's all going to come down to execution and being able to wear down your opponents. Maybe it comes down to who can isolate who, really. But, hey, how's it going, Chris Clark? Nice to see you, dude. But for Sami, he has to start with this guy right here. Solo Sikoa. And make no mistake, while Solo is the furthest thing from what you would call an underling or a busboy, trust me, we all know that he's the street champ. And while Solo doesn't like too many people, I have to imagine that his disdain is especially for that of Sami Zayn. And of course, I have to think Sami doesn't like him either. And in fact, Sami's not going to waste any time. Let's do it. So between now and when all 8 men enter, this is just a fight. But as far as the Fight for Survival tournament we're gonna have, well, before I even do that, I definitely want to I want to definitely do some more, as one would say, more of the King and Queen of the Ring matches. At least until we get to like 8 men, 8 women, and then we'll have a special tournament show where the tournament matches or the final 8 onwards will have its own show. Much in the same way that we did with the women's tag team number 1 contendership tournament that we had. So that's what's in the works for upcoming shows. But back to this match, though, as Sami just waving his magic wand, I guess you could say. Oh, kick right in the face, and Sami, I think that might have busted him open, and that headbutt didn't help. But this is not what you want to. This is not what you want if you're Sami or Samuel G. Sane. Both men have been busted open, so I guess it evens it out a little bit. Now, Solo Sikoa and Kevin Owens had a ladder match in which that would determine which team would get the advantage, and Kevin Owens won that advantage, so that means that Jimmy is going to enter first. And it looks like Himi is going to bring in some wood. Oh, a diving headbutt onto Sami Zayn. Then he throws that table into the second ring. Elbow drop. But then he sees Jimmy and slams him. Although Solo doing pretty well against both men. Although Sami shuts him down. And then gets sent from one ring into the other, and both Sami and Jimmy are going to go after him. And Sami's going to set up the table. Or just throw it back onto the other side. I'm not sure why. Then slammed on the top turnbuckle. And and both guys missed. And then a headbutt of his own. All right, so up next, who's it going to be for Team Roman? Well, it looks like it's going to be Umaga. And how he came back from the dead, I don't know. But he looks in great condition. And then power slammed on that table, and Umaga's just going to go right in. But let's see what Umaga does. Or as William Regal would call him, Umanga! Oh, nice counter there by Samuel G. Sane. Yes, he has a full name. But then Umaga, uh-oh. Oh, this is going to hurt. And Umaga suplexed right in the table. And it turns out that Umaga's the one that was going to get some wood. But if anything, I think that all it did was just piss him off. On a miss there by Samuel G. Zane. But this is our final match tonight. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show in two parts, which actually wasn't a bad thing, although it would have been nice with, if I had known that my nephews were going to come over, but all the same, I do love them very much. It's just, it just was what it was. What? And a Samoan spike to Solo. He had to have learned that from Umaga, though. But now here is main event Jay. And he's got himself another table. Oh, he's going to get some more. And he's got a stop sign, too. All right. Alright, so he's got a stop sign, a chair, and a table. And he's got that table with him. And wait a minute, wait a minute. Jimmy, what are you doing? Jimmy! No, don't do this! Don't do this! By God! By God! He splashed him! I don't know how, but... I mean, the distance that you had to do it, and the fact that you either had to hit him or you were going to get hurt. And Solo, he's got to be he's got to be damaged, and so has Sammy, but more so Solo. Although I think Jimmy just got busted open, and I think Umaga might have gotten busted open too. And then a body splash from off the top rope and not off the top of the cage. Uh-oh. Now we have Brock Lesnar. But what's he going to do? Well, he's got a kendo stick, and that's all he's got. And, well, that was kind of a miss there. Alright, so it looks like Sammy is in the ring with Brock and Umaga, and then the Usos are double teaming on Solo. Although, Brock with a Fisherman Suplex Buster. And then a double arm suplex. And then a Samoan drop onto Sami Zayn. And then Brock throws in the table into the other ring. But then Sammy just got hit in the head with that kendo stick. And then, wait a minute, Jay, what are you doing? Well, whatever Jay was going to do, he thought better of it. Oh, and a missed elbow drop, though. Oh, and then Sammy just got hit in the head with that stop sign. Alright, so next up is Kevin Owens. So Kevin looks like he's going to get some more toys. He's now got a sledgehammer. And a chair. And Solo just trying to fight off the Usos. But it looks like people are converging into the second ring, save for Umaga and Kevin Owens. And then Kevin just got hit in the head with that stop sign. But then Jay comes over. But then Sammy just got slammed on that table. And then Umaga just got hit with that sledgehammer. Not the first time he's ever been hit with a sledgehammer. I mean, of course, Triple H, did it to him. And then Brock, what's he doing? Drops him on his head. Wait a minute. Kevin, what are you doing? Oh, and he missed the splash! And that had to hurt. But there's still one man left to go. And it's the head of the table. Of course, he has the advantage of being the last man to enter and being the freshest. But Brock just got busted open himself. But I want to thank everybody else who has come in and stopped on by. I definitely thank you for, making the show what it is today. I just can't say thanks enough for it. But Roman is just going to straight up go inside. Okay, so now the match beyond begins. And immediately Roman goes right after main event Jay, and the man he drove out of, I believe it was SmackDown. Yeah, he drove him out of SmackDown, but he did go to Raw. And in fact, he recently returned not too long ago. But to Raw instead. And then a neckbreaker onto the Tribal Chief. But in addition to just being able to settle the rivalry, AJ walks with his titles to the locker room. AJ, I'm very proud of you. I'm very happy that you've reached the next level of titled success, and excuse me, that you've achieved another level of success that I'm very happy for you, man. I really am, out of character. And wait a minute. 1, 2. Ooh, kick out by main event Jay. That could have been it, as Brock Lesnar had the pin. And then a stunner onto Kevin Owens from Solo. Well, he went for the pin, but he only got a 2 count on him. Oh, and then gets hit in the head, or gets hit in the shoulder with the sledgehammer, then pins him. 1, 2. And Jimmy did it! Jimmy did it! After getting hit with that sledgehammer to the arm, he couldn't kick out. Or rather, he couldn't even get the shoulder up. Anyway, yeah, he hits him. Actually, I think he might have hit him in the side or the arm, I think. Yeah, he hit him in the arm, and he couldn't kick out, nor could he even use the shoulder to kick out and lift it up. But Hemi got it done. So, okay. So, in character, I will say that whoever won this match was going to get title opportunities. But in the case of the Usos and the team of Sammy and KO, they're going to be getting opportunities at the Tag Team Championships of the world. And even though it looked as if Jay was going to be the man, Jimmy became the man. He became Hemi. Or as the kids would call him. But congratulations to these 2 tag teams. They came in as a team, and they won as a team. But for Solo, Lesnar, well, I'm not sure about Umaga, but for Solo, Lesnar, and Reigns, they'll be laying low for a while, especially after the beating that he took. And of course, Roman is pissed, but it doesn't take away from the fact that Solo's hurt, Roman's hurt. I mean, Umaga got put through a table, and then Brock, I have to imagine they kept him at bay long enough so that he wouldn't become a factor, though. The Jupiter Theater has seen a lot of extreme moments and absolute anarchy. Yeah, well, actually, you can also throw in chaos to boot as well. Well, anyway, for those who are just coming in, Atticus won the #1 contender match. So we're going to see him at Fight for Survival. And he'll face off against whoever happens to be the Blue Toad Wrestling Champion. Whether it's Alexander Bishop or Jay Virtus. Anyway. And for Roman and Solo, they're gonna have to settle their differences elsewhere at another time because they're hurt. And not only that, that's the end of the show. But anyway, Atticus won his solo match, but he also won the match that got him the shot at the tag team titles in the first place. Then Jose won the television championship from Sly Cooper. And then Dragonheart became the undisputed Universal Champion once again. I believe this is his third run as champion. And then Carmen Gonzalez became the undisputed #1 contender to the Women's Blue Toad Wrestling World Championship. And she'll be facing off against either Mitty or Charlotte Flair. And then, of course, AJ became not only did he remain as the European champion and successfully defend it in one sense, but he became the Intercontinental Champion. AJ stepped up to the plate, and he became the man. Wow, and of course the Roman Empire has fallen. How the mighty have fallen. But then DWO Nova kept their championships, and Nero became the champion after pinning Misha and taking the title off of Cassie Bomb. And then in a stunning upset, Charlotte Flair became the champ. I can't even say anything more about that, really. Anyway, Chris Frosted was ousted from the Chaos Elite after the Universal title match. And we have Damian Shelley. Then you have Carmelita Fox and Jade Young. And Jade Young climbed the top of the ladder and remains as the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And of course, SWO remain as the Tag Team Champions. And then Jay Virtus cashes in on becoming the Royal Rumble winner and cashed in his opportunity. It came down to him and the previous champion, Alexander Bishop, but in the end, the champ fell to Jay Virtus, and now Jay Virtus is the champ. Yeah, as you can see, Brock and Roman and Umaga and Solo are not having a good time. And you know why? Because they lost to Sammy and Kevin and the Usos. Well, it didn't work, Brock. You're going to have to earn it just like you always had to. So, sorry, not sorry for that. Okay, and then I'll take care of the matches off camera, though. But with that said, let me exit out over here. I want to thank you guys for coming in, and I thank you so much for sticking around. I mean, I realize not everybody could stay at around the same time, But I thank you guys for coming in. And I hope you guys enjoy your Labor Day weekend, for some of you. And if worse got to worse and I couldn't do my show, like, at all, I probably would have moved it to Monday. I really would have. But who knows? But it was a great story, and I'm happy that I got to work with RS to put that story together, and it came to a wonderful conclusion. But from all of us here, this is the Blue Toad, Deju22, signing off, saying goodbye. And on a relatively serious note, you know, you guys, the fans, you make, these streams a very special thing to do. And I just can't say enough how thankful I am for you guys. I really am, and I just want to let you guys know that you guys are the stars. I'm just the host. But you definitely helped make this show a wonderful show to do. So I want to say thank you for that. But with that said, have a great night. Stay safe. God bless. And peace. Take care, everybody.